Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. It's actually 7 days ultimatum galore going on this week. Some hours ago, Governor Rotimi Akeredolu had given 7 days ultimatum to the herdsmen who are not equally duly registered in Ondo State to vacate cause in Oyo State. Sunday, Igboho had also given same ultimatum to Fulanis to leave their communities. Well, the presidency responded to Akeredolu over the matter, and of course, Ondo State have replied back over the same matter. Quite an interesting one. But before we do so, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, the presidency on Tuesday waded into the controversy generated by the directive of the Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu asking herdsmen to leave the state government forest reserves. Apart from ejecting the herdsmen, Governor Rotimi Akeredolu also banned underage grazing, night grazing, movement of cattle within the cities and highways. He also gave the herdsmen 7 days ultimatum to comply with the order. However, the Secretary General of Miyetti Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, Usman Baba Ngazema, had reacted that the association had not been formally informed. But in a statement by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, the President called for restraint on the side of the state government and the Fulani communities. In the statement titled, "In Tackling Crime, Ondo State Government will not act outside the Constitution," the Presidency also called on both sides to continue their dialogue. The statement reads partly, Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, a seasoned lawyer, senior advocate of Nigeria, and indeed a former president of the Nigerian Bar Association (NBA), has fought crime in his state with passion and commitment, greater sensitivity and compassion for the 4 years he had run its affairs, and in our view will be the least expected to unilaterally hoist thousands of herders who have lived all their lives in the state on account of infiltration of the forest by criminals. If this were to be the case, right groups would be right in expressing worries that the action could set off a chain of events which the makers of our constitution foresaw and tried to guard against. We want to make it clear that kidnapping, banditry, and rustling are crimes, no matter the motive or who is involved. But to define crime from the nameplate, as a number of commentators have erroneously done, which group they belong to, the language they speak, their geographical location, or their faith is adverstic and cruel. Ondo State government replied. In a swift reaction, Ondo State Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Donald Ojogo, said the presidency statement has started. I take that again, please. He said that the presidency statement has stated ambiguously rather, the position of the federal government. The Ondo State government did not ask Fulani to leave the state. The governor said herdsmen who are unregistered should leave our forest. The statement from Garba Shehu is brazen, with display of emotional attachment, is very inimical to the corporate existence of Nigeria. We need clearly defined actions on the part of the federal government to decimate the erroneous impression that the inspiration of this criminal element masquerading as herdsmen is at the power. Our unity is threatened, no doubt. His statement states in a breath that the governor fights crime with passion, while also it is prevaricating on atrocities. The question is, are the herdsmen who are perpetrating murder, kidnapping, and robbery more important than the government and even the federal government in this case? Ethnic nationality and activism on the part of anyone hiding under the presidency or federal government is an ill wind, the commissioner added. Ojogo has said the governor's directive, except they are telling the world that Miyetti Allah is above every law in the land. In the same vein, the special advisor to the governor on security matter, Alhaji Jimoh Dojomo said, I want to advise those operating within the forest legally to register with the state government. The truth is that if they, herdsmen, still want to remain in the forest, let them come and register. We want to know the people occupying our forest. Simple. Meanwhile, the Pan-Yoruba Socio-Cultural Association Afenifere faulted the MACBAN's statement, saying its members must obey the governor's order. The Secretary General of the Afenifere, Bashorun Kehinde, should actually be Kehinde, Bashorun Kehinde Arogbofan, pointed out that the governor's order would go a long way in tackling insecurity in the state. He said, the Miyetti Allah should not complain about the order unless they want to give the impression that they support the criminal activities being carried out by some herdsmen in the state. The Olowo of Owoland, Ondo State, Oba Ajibade Ogunoye, also commended Akeredolu for the order. In a statement by the Chief Press Secretary to Owo Monarch, Mr. Sam Adewale, the traditional ruler said, as the chief security officer of the state, the governor cannot fold his arms while the citizens are being kidnapped at will by bandits. Like someone would say, game on. It has begun already, and you have heard what the Ondo State government have said. They've replied. They're saying, look, we have not said anybody should leave our forest. We're only saying register. Let's know who is who, so that when anything goes wrong, we know who to hold responsible. Now you're saying drive you away. You say we are giving you 7 days. They are very magnanimous. 7 days, register in appropriate quarters. Let's know those who are in the forest. Leave our forest. If you must, we have a place where you should do the needful, and you must register to all rightful authorities. Let's not get emotional about this. Just some days back, okay, yes, just barely 48 hours ago, a cow killed a pregnant woman in Aba, because he was actually grazing in the community, the city. How can the cow find its way into the market and entered a woman's shop, killed a pregnant woman? And these are the things Governor Akeredolu is trying to fight against. It's for the good of all. Okay, let's not be like the young man said, the commissioner said, let's not be emotionally attached to any ethnicity. Let's call a spade a spade. These things have been going on. Some of these victims of kidnap, they take them into the bushes, ransoms are paid. We need to put this whole security issues into order. And how do we do that? We should ensure that those who are in the forest are accounted for. Let's know those who are actually using the forest. And I don't think it's a tall order. And now they're saying, look, except of course the state commissioner is saying, except of course you're telling us something we don't know. Are they bigger than the federal government? Are they also bigger than the state government? Yes, Garba Shehu is saying that let's not begin to give it templates and play it on ethnicity ground, that everything that happens is Fulani herdsmen, and every crime that takes place or every kidnapping must be Fulani herdsmen. But everybody's trying to guard, because obviously even retired General Togun, the commander of Amatakon, especially the one in Oyo State branch, he said, look, foreign militias, foreign headers are invading Oyo State with the speed of light. I said something has to be done very quickly. And hence, Ondo State is taking the forefront and say, look, let's know what is in our bushes, since it is now forest they are using. Let's know what, so that when we know if these guys are not registered, we know these ones are foreign militias, we know how to tackle them. Now, saying that they shouldn't, he didn't give, I guess it's a case of misunderstanding, saying, look, he has given 4 conditions, and the 4th one was register in appropriate quarters. And so if you ask me, except it's a case of misunderstanding, but if you ask me, I don't think my governor Akeredolu have gone out of line. I think it's still within line. Afenifere is giving full support. Olowo of Owoland, that's the Oba, the monarch, has also given his full support. Afenifere is also in full support. Well, that's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take on the reply of Ondo State concerning the issue of herdsmen? The game is still on. Don't forget, in other news, infiltration of information is reaching everyone who cares to know that Sunday Go is still on in his momentum to still do the need from Friday, then the government of the day is also looking forward to see how they can curb the situation. We'll meet in our comment section. Let's interact, please.